All right, Shalom. We're the first give our praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Makakwadash, Barakathum. Double honor to the apostle and elder great millstone, and so that I can across the globe, pushing word of truth and sincere, I want to say Shalom. Little motivational, little inspirational, scripture today, so to speak, a little quick hit. Just thinking about my personal walk in this life, my personal walk in this truth, counting the cost. We get that first. We get that. For years you heard the Apostle Gabar say, that, do you know what you sign up for? And you think you do. So those things, when life be life and your faith is tried and these lows in the spirit come, these moments in your life where, you may not be on track as you would like. The brother Kazak always says, don't let your sins weigh you down, which is in the scriptures, of course. We tend to get emotionally down the dumps, through the spirit. And for different brothers, they're at different levels in their faith. They're at different in the walk. And when things come, we got to be unshakable, unmovable, and holding fast, man, because this is what we signed up for. It's like the army. We don't watch the apostles, we don't watch men on the highways and byways putting up with that shit. We got inspired. I want to do that, Yeah, you don't see their the behind the scenes struggles and battles that they have. Some got ailments, some have physical afflictions, some have mental afflictions, some have carnal afflictions, and these things are all set upon those who the Lord said, He won't put more on you than you can bear. But this is Luke 14:28. For which of you intending to build a tower, sit not down first and count the cost, whether he have sufficient to finish it. And that's one thing that we always try to grasp of and think about is counting the cost. You want to play football, you're gonna have to go out there in the spring and the summer in the heat with those pads and run. It's called conditioning. You may have ability, you may have talent, but did you really understand what it takes to the amount of physicality it takes, the amount of strength and conditioning it takes, the mental toughness and extra effort you got to put forth just to be a member, a working cog in the system of a football team. It isn't in you. We think it's, I think it's in me. We think it's in us until afflictions arise and you start to lose things. Satan coming at you with a demon doubt. Life is hitting you with all types of punches. You're being afflicted mentally, physically, and it can take a toll if you're not prepared. You see, but the Lord has prepared us. That's why I say, counting the cost. Do you have what it takes to finish this race? Paul said, he that runneth a race runneth all. Let's get that. There's 1 Corinthians 9:24 says, know ye not that they which run in a race run all, but one receiveth the prize, so run that ye may obtain. All right, so we got to run all, man. We got to understand that we are understanding that we're in this truth. All right, we counted the cost. So now that we counted the cost, you have what's in you to finish. You have the spirit, the faith to finish this race, man. Do you have the mental toughness to finish it? Do you have the effort that requires, all right, the prayers, the fasting, the obedience that it takes to run all? You know, is it in you? And you're not gonna know it's in you till you get tried, till you get afflicted. You start to lose things that are dear to you. Some may get kicked out, some may get suspended. That does not stop you from being a man of the Lord if you run the race. If you count the cost, you know that these things can happen to you. You all had examples. I've had examples. I've been an example. You see? So understanding that we're in this thing to give it all, but knowing what we signed up for. Let's get this second Sirach 2:1. This is my son. Thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation, man. So we have to understand that this is part of counting the cost. Do you have what it takes to prepare your soul from the lust and the desires of the flesh, the afflictions, the loss, and sometimes the depression, and sometimes the loneliness. Okay, we're to prepare ourselves for this, man. If you want to serve the Lord, you got to prepare yourselves for the worst that can happen to us, man. All right, to set thy heart aright and constantly endure, and make not haste in the time of trouble. Set that mind aright. So you get your mind right that you know when you're serving the Lord, you're gonna come with things. You're gonna come with setbacks at times, or things that may appear as setbacks. You're gonna come with trials and tribulations and things that can knock you off your square. All right, but you gotta constantly endure. All right, do you have the money to cover? That money is your spiritual toughness, your spirituality, your faith. All right, do you have what it takes to endure, to run the race and to run it all, man? And when these winds blow and the ship begins to rock and shake, and you're walking through darkness and you don't feel like you're able to see the light, don't run from the Lord, man. Don't run, but pray. Pray for an increase in the faith, increase in the spirit, increase in strength that you can endure. All right? It says, cleave unto him and depart not away, but thou mayest be increased at the last end. See, our job is to stay and hold on to the Lord. Hold on to the things that we have. All right? You know, abandon not our faith. Cast it not away. You see? Because we're running to obtain that prize. All right? We want that crown of glory. We want that increase in the spirit. We want that. We want to have enough in the tank at the finish line, man. All right, and that enough in the tank, that little bit of faith, man. All right, a little bit of faith. It said, "Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient with our change to a lower state, man." So whatever is upon you, take it, man. The Lord said He won't put more on you than you could bear. See, one thing that's special about the elect, that those who serve the Lord, is that we're strong, we're resilient. You see, and we know that the Lord is not going to keep us in a position, all right, of destitution, of loneliness, of doubt, of being comfortless, because we have the Holy Spirit, and if we cleave and keep hold of it, grasp of it, and don't let it go. You're not going to be 100% kumbaya all the time, right? There's not always going to be roses and rose petals in this walk. You see, and some of us are going to have to take our lumps. All right, some are going to take our shamings, our rebukes, our setbacks. All right, and the Lord humbles you by taking things away from you, for you to surrender. See, when you surrender and you got your hands up, and somebody else is in charge, you're powerless. You see, and at times we have to be powerless and let the Lord be our power, man. Yahweh power. All right, in these times where we're conflicted about certain things, and it may feel like you're on a losing streak. Your wife done left, your job done fired, your home is gone. The things that you have and acquired are being stripped away, but that's to build you up. You see, for gold is tried in fire, acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. See, this is the fire, this is the fire of trial, which is to try us, man. All right? If you're in the spirit, the Lord got a spirit on you to continue to endure, to continue to pray and to call on His name and to do His work in truth and sincerity, praying and doing, running as hard as you can. You see, facing affliction, facing that wind, facing that tornado, that storm that's ahead of us. When you come through that, you're better. And you look back and you see it wasn't that bad. You see? Believe in Him and He will help. Believe in Him and He will help me order our way right and trust in Him, man. You know? Alright, so our job is to believe. Alright, our belief will lead to His help. And His help will direct our paths. So ye that fear the Lord, wait for His mercy. And go not aside lest ye fall, man. You wait for His mercy. Wait for Him to deliver you. Wait for Him to show you a way. Give you an answer. Increase you in the faith. Increase you in the spirit. Increase your hope. Increase your strength. Increase your faith. All right? Without those, you're going to fall. Say, ye that fear the Lord, believe Him, and your reward shall not fail. Ye that fear the Lord, hope for good and for everlasting joy and mercy. Look at the generations of old and see, did ever any trust in the Lord and was confounded? Or did any abide in His fear and was forsaken? Or whom did He ever despise that called upon Him? Man, this is the comfort of the scriptures, man. This is the hope shot that we have. All right, it's the records. We have the record, the account of the Lord helping His servants, helping His men. It says, for the Lord of compassion is full of compassion and mercy, long suffering and very pitiful, and forgiveth sins and saveth in the time of affliction. Don't think that you can't be forgiven. Don't think that you're worthless or lonely, or you can't make it out of that hole. You see, the Lord is always there for those who fear His name, for those who do the work. Does not get puffed up in that, because much is given, much is required. We're required, all right, to endure, to be faithful, to be brotherly, to have compassion, as the Lord had compassion and mercy toward us. All right, it says, woe to him that is faint-hearted, for he believeth not, therefore shall he not be defended, man. You see, we can't be faint-hearted in this. All right, we gotta strengthen ourselves, gird up our loins. All right, there's no temptation common to man. All right, we've all gone through these lows and these times in this walk that we're going to misstep. We're going to have that doubt. We're going to have that feeling of worthlessness. But think upon the Lord. Meditate. Think about what He's done for you. Think about what He's done for the men who trusted in Him. And think not that His arm is short that He can't save you, nor deliver you, nor pick you up and put you on the right track, man. All right? We want that defense. We want that protection from the Lord in the end. So with that, I'm going to say shalom.